Welcome, everyone, to the very first episode of Growth Within.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, this is our new series where we're giving you all the tools and strategies to level up every aspect of your life, pretty much. And I am so excited to dive into a topic today that I think can truly transform how you navigate the world.
Right.
And that is negotiation.
Yes.
So
it's everywhere.
It really is.
It's not just about boardrooms and contracts.
Yeah.
Negotiation is woven into
like daily life.
The fabric of our daily life.
Think about it. You're convincing a friend to see that amazing documentary instead of another rom-com.
Right.
That's negotiation.
It is.
It's happening right there.
It's happening all the time.
So today we are dissecting an article called How to Negotiate and Win.
Okay.
From growthwithin.com.
Sounds promising.
Now, the title might sound a bit aggressive.
A little bit.
But I have a feeling there's more to it than just winning.
Absolutely. The article emphasizes that negotiation is a structured communication process.
Okay.
Not a battle.
I like that.
It's about finding a resolution that benefits everyone involved.
Okay, so beyond haggling over prices,
right?
What is negotiation really?
Yeah.
I mean, is it something we need to learn?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
Negotiation is about strategically navigating conversations.
Okay.
To reach a desired outcome. And while we might instinctively negotiate in some situations, honing those skills can make a huge difference in all areas of life.
So you're saying there's levels to this?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. From your career to your personal relationship.
Okay, so it's not just about winning.
Right.
It's about having effective conversations to reach a goal.
Exactly.
Why is this so important?
Yeah.
Does it really have that much of an impact?
It really does.
Okay.
86% of executives believe negotiation skills are crucial for career advancement.
Wow.
Yet only 23% of employees receive any formal training in it.
That's a crazy statistic.
It's a huge gap.
Yeah.
And a huge opportunity for those who do have these skills.
So learning how to negotiate effectively can give us a real edge.
Yes.
Both personally and professionally.
Absolutely.
Before we jump into the nitty-gritty, can you give us some concrete examples of how negotiation shows up in our lives?
Imagine buying a car.
Okay.
You can haggle over the price, sure. But a true negotiator explores creative solutions.
Okay.
Maybe throwing in extra features. Or finding common ground.
I see.
That benefits both sides.
Like free car washes for life.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm sold.
Or think about salary negotiations.
Oh, yeah.
It can feel intimidating.
Yeah, for sure.
But having a clear strategy and understanding the techniques can help you advocate for yourself effectively while maintaining a good relationship with your employer.
It's not burning bridges.
Exactly.
Like, I'm starting to see the power of this.
Yeah.
Let's get into what are some practical techniques that we can actually use?
Out of all the techniques mentioned in the article, the ones that really resonated with me were framing calibrated questions and the that's right technique.
All right, those sound intriguing.
Yeah.
Let's start with framing.
Okay.
What exactly is it, and how can we use it effectively?
Framing is about setting the stage for the negotiation.
Okay.
It's like choosing the right lens through which the other person will see the situation.
Okay.
For example, instead of framing a salary negotiation as a battle over money, you could frame it as a discussion about finding a compensation package that reflects the value you bring to the company.
So it's about shifting the perspective.
Yes.
From adversarial to collaborative.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, what about these calibrated questions?
Yeah.
They sound super technical.
They might sound fancy.
Yeah.
But they're surprisingly simple. Calibrated questions are open-ended questions.
Okay.
Designed to gently guide the conversation and uncover the other person's needs and motivations.
Right.
Instead of asking a yes-no question like, can you do this by Friday?
Right.
How can we ensure this gets done by Friday?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
It's like we're leading them to a solution.
Exactly.
Instead of dictating it.
Yeah.
This is making me rethink how I approach conversations in general.
That's the beauty of these techniques.
Yeah.
They have applications far beyond formal negotiations. Now let's talk about the that's right technique.
Okay.
Which is all about getting the other person to verbally confirm your understanding of their perspective.
Hold on. So you're saying that simply getting someone to say that's right can be a game changer in a negotiation.
It is.
How does that work?
It's more powerful than you might think.
Okay.
By actively listening and summarizing their points.
Right.
You're demonstrating genuine understanding when they respond with, "That's right." It signals that they feel heard and validated, which builds trust and opens them up to collaboration.
This is blowing my mind.
Yeah.
It's like we're subtly influencing the conversation without being pushy or manipulative.
It's about creating a space for genuine understanding.
Right.
And finding solutions that work for both parties.
Okay, so we've got these powerful techniques in our toolbox.
Yes.
Now, what are the actual steps we can take to navigate a negotiation effectively?
The article outlines a clear 3-step process.
Okay.
Preparation, bargaining, and closing and follow-up.
Okay.
Preparation is like laying the groundwork for a successful negotiation. It's about getting clear on your goals, researching the other party, and crucially, knowing your ZOPA and your BTNA.
ZOPA and BTNA.
Yes.
They sound familiar.
Okay.
Can you remind me what they are exactly?
Of course.
Yeah.
ZOPA stands for Zone of Possible Agreement. It's that sweet spot where your desired outcome overlaps with what the other party is willing to accept.
I see.
Your BTNA.
Yeah.
Or best alternative to a negotiated agreement is your backup plan if the negotiation falls through.
So ZOPA is the common ground.
Yes.
And BATNA is our safety net.
Exactly.
Got it. But why are they so important in the preparation stage?
Knowing your ZOPA helps you set realistic expectations.
Okay.
And identify potential areas for compromise. Your BTNA, on the other hand, gives you leverage and the confidence to walk away if the deal isn't beneficial.
I'm starting to see how these concepts work together.
Yeah.
You can't negotiate effectively if you don't know your boundaries.
Right.
And what you're willing to accept or walk away from.
Exactly. And remember, preparation isn't just about gathering information. It's also about preparing yourself mentally and emotionally.
Yeah.
Negotiations can be stressful, so having a clear strategy and a calm mindset is key.
Okay. I'm starting to feel like I'm getting prepped for a big game. Preparation is done.
Right.
We're feeling confident.
Okay.
What's the next step?
The next step is bargaining.
Okay.
Where you put all those fancy techniques into action.
Okay.
This is where you use active listening, calibrated questions, framing, and all those other tools we talked about to persuade the other party and work towards a mutually beneficial agreement.
So it's like we're putting on our negotiation armor and heading into the battlefield.
Well, it doesn't have to be a battle.
Okay.
Think of it more like a dance.
I like that analogy better.
Yeah.
So what are some key things to keep in mind during the bargaining phase?
First, remember that it's not about being aggressive or trying to win at all costs.
Right.
It's about finding creative solutions that address both parties' needs. Second, stay flexible.
Right.
And be willing to compromise. And finally, always remember your BTNA.
Right.
It's your safety net if things don't go your way.
Got it.
Yeah.
Be collaborative, be flexible, and know when to walk away. It seems like a lot to juggle.
It can be, but that's where preparation comes in.
Right.
The more prepared you are, the more confident and relaxed you'll be during the bargaining phase.
All right. I'm feeling pumped and ready to bargain.
Okay.
What's the final step in this negotiation dance?
The final step is closing and follow-up.
Okay.
Which is often overlooked, but just as important as the first 2 steps.
Okay.
It's about making sure that the agreement is clear.
Right.
Actionable and sustainable.
So it's not just about shaking hands and walking away.
No.
It's about making sure everyone understands and is happy with the agreement.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And follow-up is crucial.
Right.
It's about checking in with the other party.
Okay.
Making sure they're happy with the agreement and addressing any issues that might arise.
This is making me realize that negotiation is an ongoing process.
Absolutely.
Not just a one-time event.
And effective negotiators are always thinking about the long-term implications of their agreements. They're building relationships, not just closing deals.
Wow. This has been such an eye-opening conversation.
Yeah.
We've covered so much ground already.
We have.
We've learned about the importance of preparation.
Right.
The techniques for effective bargaining. And the steps to closing and following up.
But we're not done yet.
Oh.
Negotiations can be tricky.
Okay.
Especially when you're dealing with difficult people.
Oh, yeah.
Or unexpected situations.
Right.
We've still got to explore the challenges and how to overcome them.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get into the nitty-gritty of those challenging scenarios.
Okay.
How do we handle those high-pressure situations?
Yeah.
And what are some common pitfalls to avoid?
Yeah.
Let's dive into that right after a quick break.
Sounds good.
We'll be right back.
All right. So welcome back.
All right. So we were talking about
The deep dive.
preparation.
Yes.
We were laying out the foundation.
Yes, we were.
Of negotiation, from the crucial prep work to the dance of bargaining.
Yeah.
But now,
The dance.
so let's get real.
Yeah.
What happens when things get tricky?
Absolutely.
What are some of those
Yeah.
curveballs we might encounter,
Yeah.
and how can we handle them like a pro?
One common challenge is encountering those hard bargaining tactics.
Okay.
Think threats, ultimatums.
Ooh.
Those extreme demands
Have been there?
that make you want to walk out. It's like they read a different negotiation playbook.
Ugh. It's so easy to get flustered
Right.
and react emotionally in those moments.
Absolutely.
Any tips for staying cool under pressure?
Absolutely. Remember your BATNA.
Okay.
That safety net we talked about.
Really?
Knowing you have alternatives
Yeah.
can give you the confidence to walk away from a bad deal.
Okay.
Don't let their tactics rattle you. Stay focused on your goals and what's acceptable to you.
So it's about recognizing those power plays.
Yes.
And not letting them dictate our decisions.
Exactly.
What about when the resistance isn't from the other person, but from ourselves?
Oh, yeah.
Like that inner voice that says,
The inner critic
yeah,
can be a tough opponent.
that we're not good enough to ask for what we want.
Yeah, it's natural to feel some anxiety during negotiations.
Okay.
But remember, emotional intelligence is key here. Recognize those feelings.
Okay.
Take a deep breath.
Okay.
And try to detach yourself from the outcome.
Detach from the outcome.
Yeah.
Isn't that the opposite of what we're trying to do
Not necessarily.
in a negotiation?
It's about focusing on the process.
Okay.
Not getting so fixated on a specific result
Right.
that you lose sight of the bigger picture.
I see.
And remember, practice makes perfect.
Okay.
The more you negotiate,
Yeah.
the more comfortable you'll become with handling those emotions.
'Cause it's like anything else, the more we do it, the less scary it becomes.
Exactly.
What about those moments when it feels like we're speaking different languages? Like
Yeah.
we're trying to explain our point, and it's just not getting through.
Communication breakdowns are a common pitfall.
Okay.
It's easy to assume we're on the same page.
Yeah.
But sometimes our message gets lost in translation.
Right.
That's where clear, concise communication becomes crucial.
Okay.
Summarize key points.
Right.
Ask clarifying questions.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to rephrase things
Okay.
to ensure everyone's understanding.
So it's like we're building bridges of understanding,
Exactly.
making sure we're all speaking the same language. It seems like active listening plays a huge role here, too.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Active listening is the foundation of effective communication.
Okay.
It's not just about hearing words.
Right.
It's about understanding the meaning behind them.
I see.
And remember those calibrated questions.
Right.
They can be incredibly helpful in uncovering the other person's perspective and bridging those communication gaps.
This is giving me a lot to think about.
Yeah.
It's like negotiation is this constant dance
It is.
between strategy and empathy, logic and emotion.
And that's what makes it so fascinating.
Yeah.
It's a skill that requires both your head and your heart. Speaking of which, the article actually touches on something that really resonated with me.
Okay.
The idea that negotiation is everywhere.
Wait, so you're saying it's not just about those
No.
big formal negotiations?
Exactly. Think about it.
Okay.
You're negotiating with your partner on where to go for dinner, with your kids on bedtime,
Okay.
even with yourself when deciding whether to hit that snooze button one more time.
No, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're right, those everyday interactions
Right.
do have a negotiation element to them.
They do.
It's like we're constantly navigating wants and needs,
Yes.
trying to find solutions that work for everyone involved.
Yeah. And once you start seeing the world through that lens,
Yeah.
it opens up a whole new perspective.
Right.
You can apply those negotiation techniques we've been talking about to almost any situation.
This is making me realize that negotiation isn't just
Right.
some specialized skill for business tycoons.
No.
It's a fundamental life skill.
Yes.
That can help us navigate our relationships, our careers, even our own internal dialogues.
Absolutely. And the best part is,
Yeah.
it's a skill you can continuously improve upon.
Okay.
It's about embracing the learning process, being willing to experiment and find what works for you.
That's so encouraging.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've unpacked those challenging scenarios.
Yes, we have.
I feel like I'm armed with a whole arsenal of strategies now.
You are ready.
But before we wrap up this deep dive,
okay,
I'm curious.
Yeah.
Is there anything else from the article that really stood out to you?
You know, the article does mention a bunch of specific negotiation tactics, things like the Ackerman system, getting the other party to bid against themselves,
right,
pivoting to non-cash terms.
Right.
But for me, what really stuck was the underlying message.
What message is that?
It's the emphasis on building relationships, not just winning deals. It's about approaching every negotiation with integrity, respect, and a genuine desire to find solutions that benefit everyone involved.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's not about manipulation or getting one over on someone.
Right.
It's about creating win-win situations that foster trust and build lasting connections.
Exactly. And that's what makes negotiation such a powerful tool for personal and professional growth.
Yeah.
It's not just about getting what you want. It's about creating a world where everyone feels heard,
right,
valued, and empowered to achieve their goals.
This has been such an incredible deep dive.
It has been.
I'm honestly feeling inspired to go out there and put all these amazing techniques into practice.
Awesome.
But before we wrap up completely, is there anything else you want to leave our listeners with?
Let me think about that for a second.
Okay.
I would say remember that negotiation is a skill.
Oh?
And like any skill, it takes practice.
Right.
Don't be afraid to experiment with these techniques. Try different approaches.
Okay.
And see what works best for you.
So find your style.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And most importantly, have fun with it.
Okay.
Negotiation can be challenging.
Yeah.
But it can also be incredibly rewarding when you see those win-win solutions come to life.
I love that.
Yeah.
Negotiation as a fun and rewarding experience. Who knew?
Great.
This deep dive has been amazing.
It has.
Thank you so much for sharing your insights and expertise with us.
It's been my pleasure.
And to our listeners, I encourage you to take what you've learned today and go out there and start negotiating like a pro.
Yes.
You might be surprised at what you can achieve.
Absolutely.
Well said. And that's a wrap on our very first episode of Growth Within. We'll be back soon with another deep dive into a different topic.
Sounds good.
Until then, keep growing.
Keep leveling up.
I love that perspective negotiation as a tool for building a better world.
It really is.
It's not just about individual gain.
No, it's not.
It's about
the collective.
Yeah. Creating those positive outcomes.
Right.
For everyone involved.
Yeah. And leaving everybody.
And feeling good about it too.
Feeling good. Yeah, exactly.
Empowered.
Yeah.
This whole conversation's been so insightful.
It has been fun.
It's like you've given me a new lens.
I like that.
To view the world through. And myself.
A new lens.
Yeah, and how I approach these situations.
I think that's a great way to put it.
And the best part is, it's not just theory.
Right.
It's practical techniques.
Yeah.
That we can actually use.
Exactly.
In our daily lives.
Every day.
Like that's right technique.
Oh, yeah.
It seems so simple.
It is.
But so effective.
But it's powerful.
Yeah. It's all about those subtle shifts in perspective and how we're communicating.
Yeah. Just a little tweak.
Yeah.
Can make a huge difference.
Mastering these. I can see how that can really level up our lives.
Absolutely.
In so many areas.
Yeah. And remember, it's a journey, not a destination.
Right.
So just be patient with yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to experiment. Find what works for you.
Totally.
Keep learning. Keep growing.
So to all our listeners out there.
Yes.
It's time to embrace the power of negotiation.
That's right.
Don't shy away from those conversations or situations that feel a little tough. Approach them with confidence and that collaborative spirit.
Absolutely.
And remember, life is full of opportunities to negotiate.
It is.
From your career to your personal relationships.
Right.
Even to that overflowing laundry basket.
You got it.
The skills you learn here can truly transform.
It's true.
Every aspect of your life.
It is.
Well, this has been an incredible start.
Yeah.
To our Growth Within series.
I'm excited for the next one.
Me too.
For sure.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive.
Absolutely.
Into the world of negotiation.
It was fun.
And to all our listeners, remember to keep growing, keep learning,
yes,
and keep negotiating your way to a better future.
I love it.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive into a new topic.
All right, sounds good.
Until then, happy negotiating.
See you later.